Hey, welcome to the Dirk and McHatin show. Today we're going to be talking about movies. What movies are we going to be talking about, McHatin?
Well, we're going to be talking about Wanted, Wally, Hellboy, and Hancock.
You want to make a big deal
Also
about
known
Hancock.
as Superman Magical Negro. Yay!
You guys will have to look that one up for yourselves.
Okay, Hellboy. I have to say that out of the whole genre, it's one of Ron Perlman's best. Not as good as Hellboy 1, but still a cult classic. Definitely up there among one of the things to have on DVD. The only thing I find fault with is that the main villain really wasn't badass enough. There was no real rhyme or reason for
You wanted
his
to
random
destroy the
comings
entire
and going.
human race.
But it was still cheesy and cliched. But then again, it was based off a comic book, so it's supposed to be.
Well, I thought it was better than the first one. The first one always kind of left me lukewarm because it was kind of like a mess. They didn't know if they were doing a love triangle. They didn't know if they wanted to do the supernatural world. And there was too much squid fighting. What I liked about this one is they dispensed with all of that with much more humor and kind of, tossed it in. Now, there's some parts which are like Men in Black, especially at the beginning. And you're right, it doesn't really have a villain, and it's more like a bunch of nice spectacle pieces. But overall, I thought it was an entertaining time. You should check it out.
Okay, Wanted.
Wanted. Well, everyone knows I love Angelina Jolie. I love her long time. Mother of Six doesn't do it for me, though. It's a really good movie. It's like Matrix meets Fight Club. Office schlub discovers that he's got a secret, life that he doesn't know about, and he needs the magical white girl, Angelina Jolie, to release it for him. It's got some really cool effects to it, and it's a cool story. It's just really kind of dumb action. You go with it. Angelina needs to put some weight back on. She looked really great in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Here she looks really kind of thin. But I enjoyed it. I give it 2 thumbs up, and she can come and take me away to be an assassin anytime.
It's pretty much about the same as Forbidden Kingdom. It's another normal Joe Schmo, typical teen guy that most kids can relate to, being a complete and total loser, finding, oh, my dad's so awesome, the dad I never knew about. Oh, that gets the single parent thing back into the genre, because we have so many single parents out there.
You see angry politics and everything, don't you?
Yeah, I do, honestly. Morgan Freeman needs to do more action and less yapping. I mean, sure, he's got a lovely, soothing, magical voice that can put anyone to sleep and probably panics off anybody, but no, I don't think it's going to work.
Can you imagine if March of the Penguins had Gilbert Gottfried doing it?
Here we see the penguins going to the fish store.
Off that onto Wally. Wally, it's completely cliched, it's completely cute. It has some funny moments, but overall, I think adults see way more into this than it really needs to be. It's a kids movie, people. Leave it at that. It's cute, it's funny, it's got a love story. End of subject.
I've had this problem with Pixar movies since Toy Story 2 that I never love them when I see them in the theater. I get them on DVD and I watch them a couple times, then I really start to dig them. Except for Cars. I hated Cars. Cars still sucks. That said, Wall-E, I had quibbles with it, and oddly enough, it wasn't the politics. Now, on one hand, you got people saying, oh, it's an indictment of consumerism. On the other hand, you got people saying, oh, no, it's an indictment of liberal government policies that make people into slugs. The problem I had was the inclusion of live human actors. They've never done this before, and I don't think they should have started now, especially when they're using Fred Willard, who you see every couple of weeks playing some schmoky character on Jay Leno, as the thing. It took you out of the movie. They create this nice, seamless, beautifully rendered, dystopian, ruined, apocalyptic world, and then they basically stick in Fred Willard. And it was distracting. It took me out of the picture. They should have just gone CG all the way. Other people like it more than I do. I'm going to need a couple more viewings to really have a final opinion. I liked it. I'll probably like it more later, but I do have some problems with the way they executed it.
Hancock. It's like Cloverfield. It's a unique idea. It's a unique way of doing a tired and old cliched genre. It works on some levels, it works on others, but I still think it needs a little bit more polish. There has to be a director's cut that showed a little bit more of what's going on. It became this whole angry black man for the first half, and then all of a sudden he's a happy hero only because somebody loves him. Daddy loves me now? Okay, I'm going to be the hero that you always wanted me to be. And they could have really cut the whole good job.
Weren't you just saying that they read too much into Wall-E?
Hey, this is my opinion.
Okay, Hancock had a troubled creation. You can almost tell that a studio rewrote the thing to death. I liked it. It's not great. It's not terrible. Some people think it's the worst thing ever. It's a great idea that never really quite gets a chance to pay off, but it's worth catching on DVD for sure. I just kind of wish I could see the original script, and I'd like to see like an original cut before they did the reshoots, before the studio freaked out. Because I know they're trying to worry about Will Smith. He's dark. Oh no, he's Mr. 4th of July. He's got to be friendly. Now, if there's anyone who could sell a dark movie nowadays, would be Will Smith. People will come to see him, and then they can try to do something, artistic. Because that's what's going on with this Batman, Dark Knight. I keep calling it Batman, The Dark Knight. I haven't seen it yet. Just opened today, and it's supposed to be very dark and very adult, and it's probably gonna make a big pile of money, which will disprove all the timidity that they had on the case of the studio behind Hancock. Who knows? We'll see. So to recap,
I would say Wall-E, kids movie. Don't read too much into it. Hancock, Superman, only Welcome to Earth. And Hellboy, happy fun. Great classic, great cult classic. And Wanted, man, you've seen Forbidden Kingdom, you've seen them all.
okay, for my rundown, Wall-E, I liked it. You'll probably love it, and I'll probably love it later. Wanted, I liked it a lot. I like Angelina Jolie, even when she's a little too thin. It's a good accompaniment for Equilibrium. You want to check it out if you like crazy gunfight action. Hancock, it's flawed, but it is entertaining. Catch it on DVD. And Hellboy 2, I liked it more than the first one. It's beautiful to look at. Guillermo del Toro really brings that Pan's Labyrinth look to it. So it's Hellboy's Labyrinth, and it's all worth. So I say that everything we saw this week, or the last couple of weeks, it's pretty good. How about you?
I gotta give it. It's a great summer lineup. Definitely something to go out and see in the theaters, or at least acquire it in Mexican variant.
Well, we're pretty much done doing our shopping. Say goodbye, McHatin.
Screw you, hippies.
He's so full of love. This is Dirk, signing off. Remember, Seacrest is not a human being.
Seacrest isn't human, he's a vagina with wings.